Gaffer, defeat here at Lincoln tonight. What's your assessment of the game?
Hard. It was an hard watch for staff. I won't deny that. The conditions didn't help. There looked a little bit of apprehension from the group of players, but we responded really well. More than in the game, one each, and then a little bit of the fragility that we've got at this moment in time. Individual errors are costing us big time, costing us, to concede goal scoring opportunities and then concede goals. The small errors that make big impacts, and that's where the players have got to learn. We've got to make better decisions, better footballing decisions. But as a group, it's hard for the group. As a manager, it's hard because you want to win, you want to be successful. But part of the journey of being successful is failure. Failure in small doses. But this time this year, we're experiencing a lot of failure, a lot of experiences where we have to be stronger. The young players and the old players have to galvanise and be united behind the stress of performing and relax. And if we will, and we do, we'll be better for it. Better right here, right now, and better in the future.
Ronan Darcy scored the equaliser early in the second half. I guess at that point we did look like we were perhaps going to push on and get the next goal. How disappointing was it then to see Lincoln go off and run away with the game?
The thing is, with disappointment, you shouldn't talk about it. You've got to deal with it. Everybody gets disappointed. There's a lot of things that disappoint you in life, but you've got to use that disappointment to drive you on. We got the equaliser. It was a great goal. We had moments after that where you're thinking, go on, let's push on. But small moments, margins, minutes, seconds, the turnover of possession leads to the second goal, and it's uncomplicated, and there's too much simplicity to the way that we award the opponents. But again, the players themselves, they have to learn. Learning can't always be about talking. I can't talk. The players have got to learn from their experiences. I can't stress out about the players making the mistakes. I hold the responsibility. The axe will fall on my head. I've got no worries with that. I'm going to support this group of players for making their mistakes because I'm selecting them, because they're available, because they're brave enough to go out and play, to represent BWFC. But it's difficult because them small margins are what's hurting us to get them results. But it's part of a learning process. You learn nothing talking, somebody once said to me.
A crazy 10 minutes has ultimately cost us the game. Before that, the 80 minutes before that, how would you say we played?
Okay, we stayed in the game. It wasn't pretty. We stayed in the game, and then we started creating chances. The conditions didn't help. We were too slow, we were too rushed, we made nervous mistakes in possession or on turnovers, regains. The second ball scenario still evidencing, and it's still very relevant, even in Premier League football. And on second balls we should be retaining and keeping the ball better. And unfortunately, it's a simple adage, and it's lasted the test of football in time. The opposition can't score if you've got the ball. If we keep giving the ball back, then they're going to create more opportunities. So I want us to keep the ball in right areas of the pitch, play to the strikers, retain the ball, strikers have to retain the ball, and then our midfield players are facing the opponent's goal. It's an easy game made complicated by idiots like me.
I guess it's not always an easy task picking up a group of players after a defeat like tonight, but
no.
There's a chance to bounce back against Portsmouth at the weekend.
It's not bouncing back. There's nothing to bounce back from. These players are strong. They've got to pick themselves up and play another game of football. The game play should be enjoyable. The rewards are of your hard work. The rewards, enjoying it, are trying to win a game of football, knowing that when you look in the mirror, you give everything. You've fought against an opponent, so that next time you play that opponent, if you're marginally defeated, that they respect you. We want respect from the opponents. The last time we played Portsmouth, we got narrowly beat 1-0. It was a difficult game, difficult challenge. They're a good opponent. At this moment in time, we're perceived as a perception that we're weak. We're not. We're strong, and we'll unite and we'll go again. It's a difficult game, but the players, they need my help. But I can't keep telling them, I can't keep showing them. They have to know accept the responsibility. And I previously said, and I'm not being condescending, I'm just being honest here, there's a time sometimes that you just got to admit that the opposition are better than you. But that doesn't mean that we improve. That doesn't mean that we look forward to the next game. That doesn't mean we become a victim of losing a football match. We have to fight, or we give in. And we're not going to give in. That's one thing I do know. We will never ever give in. Regardless of how hard it gets, never give in.
I suppose then the message to the players would be something along the lines of keep your heads up and keep fighting.
Keep fighting. You've got to do, because you become proud about yourself, your family become proud about you. The supporters of this football club become proud, and they unite with you, they become proud of you, with you, regardless of what the opponent's fans are chanting. This is a massive football club in a unique situation they find themselves in. This massive football club will grow again and become massively strong, and this is part of the strength building, you know what I mean? But we're doing a lot of hard work and not getting any reward, but that reward will come because of the labour that we're putting in. And not just the labour that we're putting in, the labour that you're putting in, the labour that everybody who's associated with BWFC are putting in on behalf of the future. And the present is hard, but when you unite and you put it in together, then the future becomes brighter because of the work that you're doing in the present. And it is hard, and it's hard for those players as well as yourself, and you know it is as a supporter. But you've got to believe, you've got to trust, and you've got to stay focused on the right here, right now, in the long term, because it's difficult, but you've got to try and enjoy the difficulties of the hard work that you're doing. And it's never easy. It's never easy when you're successful. There's always more problems. At this moment in time, everybody wants to kick us. Accept it. Take a few to the ribs, take a few to the stomach, but get up and fight again. Never surrender, never retreat.